What do you envision as the history? Nope, that's the wrong word. I meant to say the opposite word, which is the future.
Oh. Hi, I'm Sophie.
I drove an electric car on a coast-to-coast round-trip journey across the USA. I set out to answer 2 questions. Can it be done? And can it be fun? What I found was so much more. It's Sophie's Great American Electric Road Trip.
Not a bad view in the morning. We are about to leave Utah, and we have quite a challenge in front of us because we have to make it to Silverthorne, Colorado, with quite a bit of elevation and very few fast chargers available.
Well, the crew went out to dinner last night. We plugged our Rivian into their camper, the 50 amps, so we get a little extra rocket juice in that battery rather than just doing the strip charge all night.
Let's talk about types of chargers. Level 1 chargers are basically a regular outlet. They're very slow because they draw the same power as like a hairdryer. Level 2 chargers, like one installed in a hotel for guests or a campsite 50-amp RV spot, draw more power to charge overnight. Fast chargers are the fastest. We can fully charge in under an hour when they are available.
We have 136 miles.
Hey, okay.
90 hours left till 100%. Does that give us enough that we can just go right to the next charger and we don't have to go back 40 minutes and then 40 minutes again?
No. Because of the steep elevation that we're going through.
Today's uphill terrain could drain our battery because the motor has to use more energy to fight against gravity. We'll gain it back on the way down thanks to regenerative braking, but first, we have to go up. 12,000 feet of up, which can be tough on any kind of car. At high altitude, the air is less dense, which means less oxygen for a combustion engine to use. That means reduced gas mileage and power. So, whether battery or air intake, for both cars, it's literally an uphill battle.
Our check engine light came on the other day, and we heard something squeaking really loudly in our RV last night.
Okay. So what does that mean?
This might be it, guys.
Okay, let's not put that in the world.
Well,
Knock on the entire cabin, please.
thank you, Moab. Off we go to where we were.
Drive northwest on US 191.
So we have to backtrack 40 minutes for this fast charger because that's the only option.
Because it's supposed to be a beautiful drive ahead of us. Let's just take the extra time and treat it as like an opportunity to slow down a little bit and just like enjoy the ride. Remember when I said, oh, it actually isn't that far of a detour. It won't take that long. Remember when I said that? A long time ago. Okay, looks like it's going. So let's get a snack.
You gotta be kidding me. They're closed, kid. They're closed. Are you kidding me with this?
Oh, I can see the empty bottle.
When our fuel runs low, our battery drains, and hangry can happen. Hangry is a real word, officially added to the Oxford English Dictionary in 2018. A delightful portmanteau of hungry and angry, being hangry does not feel delightful. When it's been too long since your last meal, your blood glucose drops and your body amps up your stress hormones like adrenaline and hunger hormones like ghrelin, signaling your brain to find food ASAP. Lower glucose has been linked to higher aggression and lower self-control. So you're more likely to be impulsive or snap at a loved one. Hangry can happen to anyone, not even just humans. Birds, mice, meerkats, beetles, even fruit flies get hangry. A study with finches showed steroid levels increase in hungry birds. Hangry birds? Steroids increase aggression, which could help an animal fight for resources, aka food. While the symptoms of hangry have been documented for centuries, we're still discovering what happens at a molecular level. We do know that a snack can work wonders, though it can take a little bit to feel like yourself.
And all of a sudden, the mood shifts.
I'm still not happy about being late. for the record.
You tend to take a way more negative approach to obstacles when you're hungry. It's not to say that those obstacles aren't there.
That melons, that big thing that has all the melons.
Should we stop for a melon? And she's obviously really enjoying chatting with the gentleman who has truly a wonderful assortment of melons.
Wait, you're gonna be the life of the party. Thank you so much, Jerry. Nice to meet you. New species of melon. Yes.
Welcome to colorful Colorado.
Rainbow, 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 rainbow! Wow. Oh. We turn a corner and it's another incredible thing. There's another one! There's another rainbow! Look! Maybe it's the same rainbow and we're just seeing it from different angles. That would probably make sense. You see it?
Yep.
That was so magical. This is totally different from what we've seen before. It's like a chevron pattern. This is incredible. Like herringbone mountains. If that's what these are called, I'm gonna lose my mind. And then become a mountain namer as a job.
There's the Colorado River, right?
Is dammed at Lake Mead.
Which I see on a map the size of the river. But now that we were in Lake Mead several days ago.
Yeah.
And it's taken us this long to get here.
And it puts into perspective just how much of the country depends on this river. And this is the river that creates the Grand Canyon. That's me popping my ears. Also, a fly got into the car somehow, and I'm very careful about yawning to pop my ears.
Welcome to Silverthorne. All right, we did it.
Ooh, smells like melons in here. Well, what's cool about this room, and I think the whole hotel, or parts of the hotel, is that it's made out of shipping containers. So that's a really sustainable reuse of materials to create living space. Oh, wow. Oh, this is so neat. I actually expected it to be like longer and thinner and more corrugated. Well, we made it to Silverthorne way later than I thought we would, but it ended up being okay because we got to see a rainbow and the crew is in the other room. And I'm gonna miss them. It's been really fun. We don't have the budget for a big, huge production with the crew with us all the time. And we'll see them again later on in the trip. We just don't know exactly when yet. We're still figuring that part out a little bit. I'm nervous about it. I just want this to be the best it can be, you know? Everyone grab your melons. Here we go. Thank you, crew, for all that you've done to make this possible. Cheers to till the next time.
Cheers like melon.
Let this be a symbol of how the whole trip is gonna go. Is amazing detours that lead to super sweet discoveries.
And cut.
Cute. Yeah. Oh, I look tired. I wonder why.
Boom!
I'll call if you need anything. We won't be able to help you, but call. Bye.
Bye, gas guzzling RV that we had to use because we couldn't find an electric one.
Now the real test begins. We're on our own.
I feel more tired than I've felt even when we've gotten so little sleep the past few days. It didn't feel like this. There's just like a heaviness in my head that is different. Do you feel that?
I don't, but we had a lot to learn yesterday. We have a lot to learn today, so there's pressure there. And we're also at a high elevation. I think all of it comes together. We are headed towards Denver. I think we have to go uphill before we go downhill.
Well, it'll be interesting to see if I feel different when we go up and then down again, because I am wondering if this is altitude sickness. The symptoms track. The symptoms also are very similar to the symptoms of high stress. So let's see, let's just get on the road.
Yeah.
It's pretty anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High altitude can be bad news for our bodies. Like food, we need oxygen to produce energy. In fact, some scientists want oxygen to be considered a nutrient, just consumed through breathing, not eating. People who live at high altitude can adapt to lower oxygen and lower air pressure, but those of us just passing through can get altitude sickness. But mild altitude sickness can present like another problem. It's time to play altitude or anxiety. Altitude sickness can mean increased heart rate, headache, nausea, fatigue, feeling dizzy or lightheaded, loss of appetite, weakness, trouble sleeping. Acute anxiety? Kinda same. Altitude sickness kicks in above 8,000 feet and affects about half of all people who ascend too quickly. Anxiety affects lots of people at any altitude. Altitude sickness symptoms start about 8 to 36 hours after ascent. Anxiety shows up anytime. Anxiety doesn't just go away at sea level unless you're afraid of heights. But altitude sickness will. As we head back down, somebody perks back up.
Hello from Colorado. I'm about to interview an expert in car charging and electric charging networks. So I'm curious, what are your questions?
The winner? Altitude! This is very serious sometimes, it's not a joke. But it was okay this time, for the record.
Hello, good to see you. Good to see you. Nice to Colorado. Thank you. Let me plug in and we can have a chat. Awesome. A little here.
So it doesn't appear to be starting.
Ooh, interesting.
Do you need to unplug it and replug it in?
Maybe. Yeah.
The reality is it's not perfect. Gas stations aren't perfect either.
Right.
It's just a little bit more frustrating because there's fewer of these.
When gas stations first became a thing, they were fewer and further between. People just sort of figured it out because we were earlier on in the infrastructure.
Would you like me to try to find another station nearby?
Well, you know what? Our neighbor is just about to leave, so I think we'll switch stations there.
We know that this just worked on this other car, so I feel good about it. This is gonna work. There we go, charging. Great. I'm gonna find a place where we can sit. Yeah, we're here. Oh, great. Tell us all about what you do.
I work for a company called National Car Charging, and we put in EV charging stations all across the country.
Margaret Ann has been helping us for
a couple weeks.
It feels like months. The community around this whole subject seems to just kind of immediately bond.
I think people get such joy out of the cars that they just want to talk about it. So I've made a lot of friends at charging stations.
I have a bunch of questions for you.
Sure.
Irony of ironies, this keeps happening. I have 6% battery, so this is going to be really rapid fire.
Okay.
With our audience questions. Is it possible to overcharge an electric vehicle?
No. Actually, your car is smart, and so it will turn things off when it is full.
John on Facebook asks, will there be a universal connector at some point for all EV cars?
Yes.
Much like the USB-C connector for phones.
Yes. You can put a charging station anywhere. It can be your parking lot at work. It can be your local elementary school, the grocery store down the street. There's actually studies that have been done that in neighborhoods that have a higher prevalence of EVs, the quality of life is better and the quality of air is better.
Personal responsibility versus corporate responsibility, public responsibility, governmental responsibility, right? What are your thoughts on that?
I think we all live on this planet, and we all have to take responsibility for it. My daughter's generation is actually, is really going to feel it. For us to say that we're not feeling it now, we're lying to ourselves. The fires that we see all through the West are an example of that. The storms, it's that younger generation that are the champions of this. You know, they're the ones that, come home and tell their parents that they need to recycle, or Mom, we need to put solar panels on the roof, or and we need to tap into that more.
What drives you forward as you do this work?
My daughter. Yeah. I want to make sure that she has clean air to breathe when she's my age and when her kids keep growing up. There's no other reason in my mind than for the people that we all love and care about. We need to make sure that they're safe, and that this is my way of helping making them be safe.
Now we're headed into Kansas, through Missouri to Ohio.
Yep.
What are we in for?
You are going to get into a space where there are less EVs and less stations. Every new thing has growing pains. The good news is we're working on it. And we're working pretty fast.
And look at that, we are at 97%, 331 miles on the range. See, that was just the perfect amount of time for a lovely chat. And now we're fully charged and ready to go. It all works out. I gotta pee so bad. Hey, need a ride?
Good.
Okay, bye. See ya. Have a good day.
Oh, good morning.
That's where we headed today.
Lindborg, Kansas.
So what's the deal with Lindsborg, Kansas?
Well, we found it on the map as we were looking through Selena and trying to figure out where we want to stay and what we wanted to try to get to today. And then this town popped up nearby that is pretty close and is Little Sweden, USA. And my mom has Swedish roots, so it'll be really cool to check it out and just get a feel for it. Maybe we'll stay there if we can find a place. All right, let's hit the road.
All right, Kansas, here we come.
Continue for 3 miles.
Oh, only 3 miles to Kansas?
Oh, piece of cake.
Everybody said it was going to be long.
This is gonna take 8 hours. Big cow.
Big old cow.
Huge. Wind farms, as far as the eye can see,
Yeah.
are windmills.
First charger of the day.
And it's available. That one?
I think that was worse. I plugged into that one and it seemed to be dead.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, we'll give it a try.
Try the one just on the other side of me.
Perfect. Thank you.
Charging. So what made you decide to go electric?
Well, I think my son is the catalyst on that. And we already had the solar panels. We'd done that piece.
Okay.
And it just makes sense to step into electric vehicles from the solar panels.
So you're powering the EVs with the solar from your house? And we're going to be road trip buddies for the day, right?
Yes,
Because
yes.
we're headed in the same
We're going to
direction.
charge up the same place. Yeah.
Bye, road trip buddy.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. New friends.
I'm sad that I missed the Welcome to Kansas sign.
I didn't see it. I don't know. All of a sudden we were in Kansas.
That tracks.
No. It's like the opposite of Dorothy. Hey, there's Phil.
Hey, our buddy. Nice.
Any changes in your thoughts in the last 2 hours since we saw it?
I talked to my wife. Our oldest dog has cancer. He's prancing around now and wagging his tail, you know. So, but it's not a good prognosis. And we have 2 other dogs though, so we won't be alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like your coat. That's beautiful.
This is very cute. Wait, we're here. We're in Little Sweden.
Yeah.
Is this what Big Sweden has? Cute streetlights everywhere?
It's rather magical feeling. And then there's a gas station. Oh, well, this is so cute. Oh, how cute is this? Good morning. Yesterday was the first full day without the crew, and it actually went pretty well, I think.
Today you guys are going to that library. Dana is the contact there. She's super nice.
Everybody at the inn knows her because everybody knows each other in this town. This inn has a charger in the back. Their neighbor started an Airbnb and put in a charger and no one uses it. So he said, you can just use it if you want. All of your hotel guests can use it. So it's a very community feel and we're gonna use it tonight. Who needs a crew when we can just be on our own and not stick to a schedule? We're going rogue, baby. Even in a small town in Kansas, you can be pretty radical. Yeah. The library, or
the bibliothèque.
Smells like a library.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. I'm Sophie.
Okay, I'm Susanna, the library director here at the Lindsborg Library. So
excellent. Ooh, thanks for having us here.
We have our young adult through here, fiction and nonfiction.
There is a feature I'm noticing.
There is a feature. It was recently International Cat Day, and then we've realized that September was Cat Appreciation Month. So the cats have just stayed.
You can borrow a cake pan?
Yes, borrow cake pans. Over the summer, there's kids who will check them out and take them home and bake cakes, and sometimes they show us pictures, and it's really fun. So.
Wow, that was an unexpected treat.
Oh, yeah. This is where we have our puzzle table setups.
One of my favorite things about libraries is how many different things you can do here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you envision as the history? Nope, that's the wrong word. I meant to say the opposite word, which is the future.
Oh.
So that's fine. I guess I was also thinking about the past.
Oh, well, we do both.
They're related. They're all part of the same continuum in this particular universe we live in.
Yeah.
What is your favorite part of the library?
Oh, well, my favorite part of the library is the kids section.
Let's go.
We do like a early literacy self-paced program to encourage them to read 1,000 books by kindergarten, which is very easy to do.
Wow.
You know, and it just, well, you know, it's okay if you read Brown Bear 100 times. That counts. The train table is huge.
Are these brios?
Yes. Ours were donated to us to the library in '93.
What a testament to these kind of natural material pieces too, that in a public space, in a library where thousands and thousands of people over the years have interacted with them, and you get to share that with all of these people, and they still last.
Yes. We've been doing Lego programs one way or another since 2015, and we've added in more makerspace. We are having a STEAM Thursdays for our kindergarten through 6th grade.
We came at the perfect time.
Yes. Planes and inclines today.
Ooh, simple machines.
Yes. I don't know how many kids we're going to have. Last week we had 1 kiddo. But then, like, over the summer, we would have 30.
So if you were on a playground, what's one of the simple, I mean, they're all over the place, but what's one of the simple machines that would have gone like this? I don't even know if you have them on your playground anymore. You've already learned about them a little bit?
Yes, I watch these videos at school. Thousands of different kinds of levers.
Okay. So we're basically covering what you know. Do you want to build with Legos or Duplo? Or both?
Both.
Okay.
Nice. First, let me put this back.
Okay. Like, do you want an idea for me, or do you want to just do your thing?
I'm gonna do my thing.
Okay.
These bricks are gonna be for the ramp. This piece will not be on wheels. This is my favorite one.
Looks awesome.
Yeah, I know.
So I've got my system, and it jumps over. This is my goal, to get it in here. What do you think I could change?
You should make the ramp less big.
Less big this way or less big this way? Like lengthwise or height-wise?
Like, move it down a bit more.
I made it a little bit lower.
Okay, now let's try a marble.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Yes!
Yeah! Nice!
I helped you out.
You did! Thank you for your help. 3 out of 3. Nailed it. That was good teamwork. I am gonna go back to my puzzle. My first butterfly. Right here, in the middle of the country. Kind of.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
about right.
Yeah. About the middle of the state, about the middle of the country.
What a great example of both being part of your community and bringing your community in.
Yes.
That is so spectacular.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm so glad you're here.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you came.
Hey, I'm so glad I came too.
Yes. I'm not exactly sure how it works because I don't have an electric car.
Oh.
But if you need to refill your electric battery, the city has a charging station right over there.
That is so perfect. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah. We'll go fuel up. What a great example of a community space that is really about impact. More and more places care about quantity over quality. How many people do you reach? And they don't ask questions about how do you reach them. The Lindsborg Community Library is an incredible example of quality. Sebastian was the one kid who attended the STEAM event because it's September, it's back to school. It's always a low attendance time for museums and libraries, et cetera, because everyone's focused on school. If you have one person show up, you can impact that person. And that's what they were doing. And it just was really inspiring to me. It was really cool to see. Yeah. All right, let's go get the car so we can charge it at this charger in this town. Oh my gosh. Becky, look at those bugs. Yeah, all right, car wash first and then a charge. Oh my God, what's happening? I'm so sorry, Dragonfly.
Good as new. But you'd be surprised if I told you it was my first time doing that. Let's go find our little resting ground for our dear departed friend. Boop. Now we charge. Time to go to sleep and prepare for the very, very, very long day of driving tomorrow. All right, see you in the morning, bud. All right.
Yeah, so today and tomorrow is going to be a really long haul for you guys. We're all business today, so we got to just get there. Don't pull over and do any roadside attractions like the world's largest spur, world's largest hay bale, or giant corn mazes. So we gotta just get there.
It's the former world's largest spur. That is called a loophole.
Sophie, we gotta go.
I know! To the Antiques Mall!
Do we have horses in LA?
Not yet.
So this actually isn't a bit. Like, we do need to go.
Is this scary?
Yes.
Should I get it?
No.
She made it herself. You ready?
Oh my God. They have caves here? Oh, can we stop at the caves?
Nope.
Corn maze, corn maze. Corn maze.
Come on.
I'll be right back. I'm really good at puzzles. It's corn. And now I'm ready.
That was lovely.
That was lovely. Sometimes you just gotta stop at a corn maze. You've met great people completely by taking a detour.
The detour is worth it. Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Whoops.
Support for this program was provided in part by VELA. VELA connects families and founders in the indie education movement, where families take charge of their children's education. Learn more in the VELA app or at vela.org. Cool jacket.